Obviously, things didn't go the way you wanted to tonight. What are your kind of just immediate reflections on how the fight unfolded and maybe what you could have done differently in there?
Man, honestly, similar to Khabib, his movement is really strange. The timing of it is really strange to get his cadence. I wanted to open up more and throw more volume, but he wouldn't. When he would commit to the pocket, he would exit weird. His dips with his head, I heard my corner telling me throw the knee the whole time. But I just felt like I might get taken down off of it. And his movement is just it's kind of awkward. It's a weird timing. So I couldn't get good combinations going. But everything else was what I expected.
You alluded in the cage that something happened in the fight. You kind of stopped yourself short. Is there anything more you want to share as far as that?
Did something happen when?
When you were talking to Rogan, you kind of alluded to something maybe happened in the fight, but then you stopped yourself from sharing too much. Is there anything more you can share now?
I might have messed my ACL up against the fence in the third or fourth round. Before I hit him with the switch, I don't remember what round that was. My knee and my knee bone and my shin bone, I felt slide, and then it started burning. I was telling Mike that through the fence. He thought I was complaining about something else, but I'll get that checked out. It didn't bother me getting off the stool and stuff. It hurt.
Yeah, and I believe going into the fifth round, 2 judges had it 2-2 and one had it 39-37. Were you aware that it was that kind of close going into the fifth?
No, I thought I was down. I thought I needed to finish. But I knew it could be close. The judge has been in the locker room hearing some of the scorecards were pretty crazy tonight. Mm-hmm. But I thought I might be down just from his riding time. He landed a couple good shots. I landed some good shots. I knew I was bleeding really bad. I'm not sure if a punch shattered my nose or if it was a headbutt, because we did collide heads in the middle of the octagon that flashed me, so I didn't feel where the pain was. I didn't know if it was my forehead or what hit, but that could have, my nose is shattered for sure. And I've had a couple nose surgeries already, and I have some cadaver bone and stuff in there, so I just hope I don't have to go through that process again, man, but I feel like the bone is not where it should be.
Yeah, and of course you were asked about the future in the cage and everything. You've had a little bit of time now to let things settle. Any different thoughts or anything you want to elaborate more on as far as the future?
I just got to see. I was fighting to be the world champion. Like, what else am I fighting for? Just to fight for the thrill, because I am addicted to it, no doubt, but like, for the money, I'm good. Me and my family are good. I don't need the money. Money's great. But my health is first, and like, what am I fighting for? To be the champion again? Will I ever get that shot? Even if I go on a streak, I don't know. But there's such a tough mountain to climb that I've climbed so many times. I'm 35, and I see people and hear people say that's not old. But I have 50 fights. I've been fighting since I was 17 years old. I fought my first cage fight when I was 18. I have 10 fights that are on my record. I have, and I've been in a bunch of battles. At some time, this is going to catch up to me. Obviously, I just fought the pound-for-pound #1 guy, and every time I got off the stool, I felt like I was going to win this fight. I remember thinking, getting off the stool, I'm going to be the world champion tonight. I felt it. So I just got to see. I beat a young guy last time out. I just competed with the #1 pound-for-pound guy and felt good doing it until the end. So I just got to see. I can still compete, but I don't want the sport to retire me and squeeze me out. I don't want to be one of those guys hanging on. I just honor and respect this too much, and we'll see. I don't know, but this could be my last fight.
Yeah, and I know you like to go on the vacation with the family and everything, and kind of have your post-fight process. How do you when do you ultimately think you make a decision?
It's I just got to digest everything, talk to my family, talk to my coaches, and see. There's no rush on it, but this could be my last fight. I don't know. I just got to get home and see what I'm fighting for. I really felt like going into this fight, I felt like whatever was going to happen is destiny. So whatever's going to happen, I can't control the outcome, just the process. So I try to enjoy the experience and the process of getting ready for another fight and walking out here to a crazy crowd and just the rush that comes along with that, And I enjoyed tonight. I did. I enjoyed it.
Based on that enjoyment, if this was the last one and it was an amazing performance by yourself, would you be content with going out on this one?
That's the problem. Tonight, if I would have won that belt, I would be content with everything I've done in the sport. It's just I didn't get the ultimate goal. The reason I started fighting was to be the world champion, undisputed, and I didn't get it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think anything will ever fill that void. I don't know what could fill that void. You know, I'm busy outside the octagon. I have a lot of things going on with my foundation, with the businesses I own. I'm always busy, but nothing fills that void of competition that I've been doing for so long. The pureness of it, the one-on-one combat, the preparing myself. But fighting is such a selfish sport, man. And I've taken away from the people I love by focusing so much on myself and trying to master this craft. You know, I don't know. It's just a lot of stuff to weigh out.
If there was anything that you think like, okay, like I'll do these one-off special fights, or do you need a purpose of like, no, if I'm going to keep doing this, then I'm setting a goal, I'm going for that?
Yeah, it would have to be a goal, something that's hard to get, not like a big money fight and stuff like that. It has to be a goal. And switching weight, like, dude, I make 155 no problem.
And they showed you talking to him in there, and at one point you guys went forehead to forehead at the end of one of the rounds. What were you saying to each other between rounds?
I don't remember. I was just telling him he's the champ. You know, congrats, you earned this. You're the best in the world.
It also showed you talking. It looked like you were talking to DC and Rogan at one point when you were against the fence. Do you remember what you were saying to them?
Yeah, I was telling him, man, this guy wants to grapple. He don't want to fight. He don't want to fight. That's what I was telling him. I was trying to elbow him. He didn't want to, but he wanted to fight, but he was just trying to slow it down too much. I wanted to brawl with him.
Last one for me on that. We saw you and Habib kind of hug it out too in both the octagon and back here. What words did he have to say for you?
I think he said I'm a legend. I'm a great fighter. They have a lot of respect for me. And I have a lot of respect for those guys too. You know, Habib helped me out with my foundation when we had a big goal, our first huge goal, and we swapped shirts, and we ended up raising a lot of money to buy land and build water wells for the Pygmy people in Uganda. So that was like the first huge goal we ever accomplished. And without Habib and Dana White matching what Habib donated, that would have never happened.
Dana White was in here talking about they have a BMF in the works. You fought the winner twice, 2-0 on him. Is that something that spices your life up?
I don't know, man. I don't know. We got to see. Max is a tough dude, man. I'm a big fan. Got a lot of respect for him as well. He's a good dude.
What are your thoughts later this month, McGregor, Chandler?
If Conor comes back anywhere similar to what he was before the injury, I'm talking timing-wise, his rhythm, I think he knocks Chandler out. Obviously, I fought them both. I fought Conor 3 times. The way Chandler covers distance with big movements, against a sniper like Conor, you're going to run into something big, and you can't take those shots. You know, Chandler's had a long career. He's been hurt a lot. I'm not saying he's chinny, but I'm saying you can't cover distance with a sniper like Conor. If he's like he was, he's going to knock Chandler out.
Dustin, right here. At the press conference today, the face-off, there was a bit of an exchange with you and Islam, and I know you apologized to him the next day. I guess what in a sport where getting inside your opponent's head at all costs is kind of part of the game, why did you feel the need to break that and make sure you guys were cool going into the fight?
No, we didn't have to be cool. I just wanted him to know man to man I would never speak about his family. I called him motherfucker at the press conference. Like, didn't plan to call him that. It was just he was in my face saying he was going to do what he did. and I just said it. And apparently in Dagestan, they take the literal meaning of motherfucker. And I would never, that's not in my heart to speak about somebody's family. I don't know this guy's family. I wish him and his family the best. You know, I just wanted to tell him that, like, hey, it just got lost in translation. I would never speak about your family.
Dustin, I just wanted to have one more for you. You know, you said about Khabib calling you a legend, Joe Rogan's calling you a legend, everyone's calling you a legend. For you personally, do you feel like a legend? Do you believe it when people talk to you? How do you feel now, you know? Because you came short of winning the title, but you've been around forever, you've had all these achievements. How do you feel about yourself and your career?
I still feel like I want to be the world champion, you know? Like, that stuff's all cool. And I hope people do look at me like that. I've done a lot in sport. I've had some crazy fights that I'm proud of, you know, but I really want to be the world champion, you know? That's what hurts. But I'm proud of everything I've done in the sport. I'm proud of the comebacks I've made, the improvements I've made, my discipline to the craft. You know, this stuff isn't easy, man. This stuff isn't easy.
Dustin, back here. With that being said, and you've acknowledging that this could be it, I know this is what you do, but if you elected to get back into the octagon, just how tough would that be to mentally lock back in when you start to think, okay, this could be the end of the road?
I mean, I just did it preparing for this fight. When this fight came around, I was like, okay. Because when I fought in Miami at 299, I kind of thought like, this could be this could be the end. But I still feel good in there. That's the problem. Preparing, like if I decide to fight, preparing is that's when I feel normal. That's when everything in my life feels normal because I've been doing it so long. It's the opposite side of that. Not preparing is what scares me. Thank you, guys.